So normally I don't watch recorded games. I always upload live recorded games. But this time we're doing it a bit different because this time I had a very great match with Pinkman2164 against the other team on Nomad. And Nomad is not particularly my best map, but this game was definitely very exciting, and that's the reason why I want to share it with you. So let's just start. Villagers moving around. For yellow here, already building houses. Pinkman has his town center found, the location that he wants at least. It's building over here. Medina is building over there. Purple up in the north. And we're still waiting for the yellow town center to go up. So the elos of the teams are a bit different. My elo at the time of playing was 1097. You can see on the bottom corner of the screen on the right the elos behind the name. They got 1200 and 1100, we got 1000 and 1100. So in terms of elo, the enemy team should win, right? At least that's the prediction. But this is Nomad, anything can happen. The town center placement is already very important. And yellow was a bit late and is only constructing it now with one villager. While Pinkman's town center is already almost completely constructed. As is Medina's town center and purple. So yellow definitely behind already. Blue is up, green is up, and the purple town center is up. Alright, so I was in this game just going for a land nomad start. So 6 villagers on food, and then 6 villagers on wood, and then start building fishing ships and do a fish boom. Simple, right? I don't start chopping wood or anything. I always start with gathering food, because that's the best way for me to go around this with my elo. I was already having fun, so I chat to my opponents, wish them good luck and have fun. Pinkman here is going for the all wood strategy, so somewhere he must have placed a dock. Let's see if we can find Pinkman's dock. Yellow has a dock. Yellow dock. And a purple dock in the lake. Purple also going for food first and then the dock. And then probably next villagers of purple will go to wood soon. Let's see. He has 7 on food right now. When is he going to transition into wood and the fishing eco? I wonder. We'll see soon enough. Green, meanwhile, I am playing as a hunch. My horse is scouting. Of course it's scouting. It's very important for the hunch in Nomad to be scouting. They get this free horse, a hunnic horse. And there the first boar comes in. Boar down. The villagers go back to work. Soon I will also construct a dock once I have enough wood income to sustain the fish boom. Pinkman also getting his boar.
Monday?
Boar walking back. Yellow already has his boar as well. And there comes purple's boar. What is purple doing? It's a bit of an awkward situation. My villager was meanwhile walking around, scouting a bit. Maybe, I don't know what he's doing. Look, he's going to the right. He's looking for boar. He cannot find boar. And 2 more villas on the move here into the south. For a dock. There's a dock going to go up. These villagers are not doing anything. That's not good. Hey, when am I going to put them back to work? Hello? Okay, there they go. Dock going up with 2 villagers. That's peculiar, actually. Oh, the villager that moved around is now coming back with the boar, so that's nice. Small quick wall to save some HP. And bring the boar to the optimal location, which is there on the cross. So you can have 12 villagers around it. Sometimes. Here something goes wrong. 1 villager is not working on the boar. And the game also does not report an idle villager for some time. Which is a very annoying bug in the game. Because if that idle villager would also be signaled as idle, then it would be found earlier. And it will be put back to work earlier. But the system not always works so well. Let's see what Pinkman is doing. Pinkman has a wood lumber camp. Alright, these are all dark age situations. Let's just forward a little bit and go to the part where it gets exciting. Because I promised an exciting map and a game, right? Fishboom of Medina here. Fishboom from yellow. We're just trying to go fast forward. Another boar for purple. To the exciting part of this game. As you can see, me and Pinkman are both being sandwiched by purple and yellow. And we both decided that we should face our own enemies. So Pinkman would focus on taking down yellow. And I would try to take down purple. At least in theory, that was the idea. Pinkman also moving for the early gold. That's probably part of his build order for a fast castle. And I actually honestly also try to fast castle, but I take a bit of a different approach. Yellow meanwhile should use a lumber camp there instead of over here. I don't know what yellow is doing. He was already late with building his town center. So definitely, maybe he's a bit sleepy or whatever, not completely focused. Definitely something's going wrong. Pinkman looks much better. His situation had 1 wood line close to the lumber camp. These villagers bringing in some deer. A bit far away though, but okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. Purple's going for berries. Is fishing on with a double duck on the pond in Nomad. Now this pond is gonna run out quite soon. If he makes another 3rd and 4th dock, then I think the fish will be gone quite fast. Green, myself. Meanwhile, I spawn my villagers on gold, so definitely aiming for a fast castle. With this dock going forward. 7 fishing ships for green. 8 for purple. 4 here for yellow. And 4 here for yellow. And Pinkman is fishing over here. He has 7 plus 5 plus 4. So definitely Pinkman has the most fishing ships at this moment. Pinkman also stone mining here for the castle block. You could say he's in my base. This is not a good way to distribute the resources. And it would be better for him to put the mining camp here. use this. But then again, that's not so safe, right? Let's see if we can forward faster to the most interesting part, which is Castle Age. We're going there. Green is moving up, purple's moving up, yellow is moving up. And then it starts. Military, an attack somewhere here. Blue scout, pigman attacking yellow's castle drop. And pigman castle dropping here. A defensive one on his gold. So yellow's going for a castle and blue is going for a castle. Purple meanwhile has started to create a dock also on the main sea and first go for a second town center. And Medina, me, I go for the 2 archery ranges and try to attack purple with cavalry archers. Here's the first one. More coming in soon. I'm getting Botkin arrow because that's really necessary eventually and it's just such a good upgrade. I get it first always for the cavalry archer. Cavalry archers going forward for green. Try to deny a town center drop that he didn't know about. Is it going to work? There's only 3 cavalry archers. No, town center is up and firing back, so the cavalry archers are retreating. They are going somewhere else. Meanwhile, Pigman has his castle up, yellow has his castle up. They're both the Spanish. And the conquistadors are also out in play here for yellow. Let's see if he's going to use them. Green is meanwhile reforming his cavalry archers, going there. On the other side, trying to hit purple. Yellow's just spamming conquistadors. And there they stand, the cavalry archers. Waiting to attack. But they don't know where to go. Somehow the capture age has become laggy. I don't know why. Let's just fast forward, because fast forward seems to be closely equal to the game speed. And then the microing has to start. This huge wave of step lancers was coming after me. And I only had cavalry archers to defend. So this meant I had to micro all the time. Meanwhile, I also had to build up an economy. Get more fishing ships. There's a second dock over here now. That I placed. And the cavalry archers are still being attacked. This was a horrible situation. This is not where I wanted to be with my cavalry archers. And purple is going for 2 forward archery ranges. Very close to my second town center. Where villagers are mining gold and cutting off wood. At this point I was solely relying on my fish pool to give me food. And the step lancers retreat. I was very lucky here that the step lancers just seemed to go after the cavalry archers. They want to make sure I don't mass army. And I think he assumes that if he leaves 1 or 2 alive, that I will mass an army and that it's better to immediately kill them off as soon as they get out of archery range. That's indeed a good idea. But then you have to keep attacking. And purple needs to keep moving. And he's trying as good as he can. But sometimes his step lancers also have a small pause. And at this situation I thought, oh no, if he's going to attack now I am in big problems. I have only 4 cavalry archers. Meanwhile capture age is acting crazy again. And I thought just let's get some knights out. So I have a little bit of a meat shield. And also for the skirmishers that are coming out for purple now. It would be nice to have just some knights. These skirmishes don't matter to the cavalry archer. But this was not how it really went. It was one big chase. I had to retreat to my town center. My second town center to make sure that the cavalry archers were safe. Meanwhile, Pinkman is trying to attack with his conquistadors. He's going for the gold of yellow. One fill down. 2 fill down. 3 fill down. What a good raid. And yellow is pushed off gold. Yeah, they all come from that castle. The conquistadors. Yellow now understanding that this is a problem. Also puts his conquistadors a bit forward, but is not really responding so much. And needs to be more active. Meanwhile, green and purple are still moving around. I have been able to manage to get 6 cavalry archers up now. There's a 7th. And purple's just bringing more step lancers, and at this point I thought the game is going to be lost. If he is going to attack my base with those step lancers and I cannot defend with my cavalry archers and he has these skirms there, I have a problem. I need an onager, I thought, or knights. I was trying to get there, but I just didn't get there in time. So that's why I have a difficult situation going on here right now. 10 cavalry archers, 1 knight for the skirms here. Trying to get those skirms down. There's 1 skirm down. More skirms down. The knight's going forward here. More skirms being attacked by the knight. Oh, the knight dies. And another knight comes out. So the skirms have a hard day. The cavalry archers start to get become in higher numbers. So I can one-shot his, or two-shot his step lancers. Meanwhile, blue is attacking yellow's castle with rams. He constructed a forward workshop here and just let the rams come over. Let's see if Pinkman is able to push the castle from yellow. Is the castle going down or not? TC seems to be almost denied by Pinkman. But it also goes up. And the rams are now facing villagers soon. Yeah, the villagers are going for the attack. Meanwhile, I have to play around with capture age as it's rigging a lot. The game speed doesn't really come through as it should. This doesn't always happen, but it happens this match. So bear with me. Very well done from Pinkman. The castle has gone down. And he still has some conquistadors left to attack the villagers. It's enough. The villagers go down. And look at that. The 2 rams are going for the town center. Conquistadors and the rams. What's happening here? Meanwhile, purple has destroyed one of my archery ranges. I got a siege workshop up. And 11 cavalry archers that are now being squared by these skirmishers. I cannot do anything. I am blocked off. Emergency castle going up after my wood line was raided by purple. You didn't see that part because this is a team game and the question is why did we win this match? So I showed Pinkman's attack and his attack on the castle. That on the town center failed, as you can see. So he only pushed the castle away, but this was still big damage for yellow. Yellow had lost a lot of villagers. Yellow had downtime. His TC is a horrible state. Well done from Pinkman. Good push. What's happening here? The archery ranges are going down. The cavalry archers are going down. And purple is just dominant. So I thought let's place a castle over there and make a siege workshop to kill the elite skirmishers. And it didn't work out. Eventually the castle might go up. Let's see what happens. But this does not look good. 4 cavalry archers trying to avoid a painful situation. Villagers going down. A lot of villagers going down. And they resume constructing. all the cavalry archers have no use. They were just a distraction. Luckily the town center fire is strong enough to wear down purple. Meanwhile, yellow has just constructed a new castle, basically on the same location. Is back to where he started. And Pigman, meanwhile, has more conquistadors and is trying to attack yellow. And here the castle is slowly but surely going up. Another villain dies. One skirm versus 12. Wow. The castle's still not up. There are 2 Tarkans. And a Mangonel coming in. This Mangonel could clear these skirmishes completely. So let's see what happens. More vills going down. More and more vills going down. But the castle's up. And the Mangonel comes out of the siege workshop. Finally. And some cavalry archers are also being created. So at this point I was like, alright, you can come at me. I have 2 castles. I have town centers with gold. And I have wood. And I still have my fish boom going on. With my fishing ships. There are not so many. Because I was focusing on micro all the time. And purple decides, let's just counter castle here. And see what happens. Mangonel meanwhile is going for the skirms, and the skirms go down. Purple not paying attention to the skirms. Blue is trying it again. Conquistadors with rams. Blue and yellow are fighting a special fight. Basically, who is the best with the Spanish or Nomad. I think blue is clearly in a better position. Had no pushes against his eco. Was relatively safe. And has mauled down many villagers from yellow. Many conquistadors. And already 1 castle. And it seems like another castle is going down for yellow. And after that, Pinkman might decide to push again for the town centers, and when these go down, these 2, then it's game over for yellow. Here the castle for purple is also up, and the castles are shooting at each other. The Mangonel is still on attack ground. It's going very well with the micro for the Mangonel. Alright. Meanwhile, villagers going to the left. They will be grabbing some resources. I also need more town centers. And more cavalry archers. They should be attacking somewhere, and there we go. Purple is being attacked. For the first time, I am finally attacking villagers from purple, and I'm killing them. So that's a good payback after all this shenanigans and dead cavalry archers that I had to endure. And he has currently no military. He decided to just go for eco, stop spamming lancers, and I decided to continue spamming units no matter what. I thought a few Tarkans would be nice to just burn down some buildings in case it's possible. So we tried to deny the university and harass him. Blue meanwhile has succeeded in killing the castle and the first town center that was here. So that's a great success. The villagers of yellow are idle. Come on yellow. You need to put them to work, otherwise it's over. a new town center. Yellow thinks I will endure. Je m'entends red, they say in French. Blue's base is looking fine. My base is a typical Hun base. This is when I play a chaotic game. My base looks like this. The Mongol has finally found a new target, together with the cavalry archers. The archery range is from purple, and look, purple is now going after my cavalry archers, and the game, Capture Age, is bugging again. It's going very slow. So let's just change speed a little bit and see if it helps. It's still slow. Let's just pause for a while. But it does not work. Okay, well, Capture Age is a bit bugged. Bear with me here. It's the age of bugs. The two castles are still going for each other. I have only this army, which is nothing. And then come these 8 Mangudai. Meanwhile, Pigman has mown down a town center and 2 castles and many villas and the armies of Yellow. Hasn't received any damage whatsoever himself. Is still fish booming somewhere, I guess. But I don't know why. Here they are. Not so many fishing ships though. Could be a lot more, but a lot of resources are going into the army, I guess. The green army is trying to attack purple. And more cavalry archers are coming towards purple. At this point I thought, let's just attack his blacksmith and deny him upgrades if he didn't get him. I don't want to know what else to do. It was not much I could think about. I thought like I could try attack his town center, but he will probably come with his Mangudai that you see over here. And I need to do eco at the same time. So, because I'm a bit in need of more eco, I think. And then his Mangudai decided to try clear my army. At some point I noticed his Mangudai coming in. He is microing them, and I also noticed him there, and I decided to also micro against his army. And I thought my cavalry archers should be able to beat the Mangudai. I have Botkin arrow. I don't know what he has. He also has Botkin arrow. But with good micro I should be able to beat him, I thought. Well, he did not want to take the fight on because apparently I get more cavalry archers, but he does not get more Mangudai. More cavalry archers for me. But where are his Mangudai? They are being created. But so slow. And only from one castle. Against 2 cavalry archery ranges, basically at this point. Because I'm only using cavalry archers. And he rings the bell. At this point I was like, okay, that's fun. I don't know why he hit the bell there, because honestly not so much going on. Then I knew his Mangudai would probably be on the attack and I need to counter them, so I was looking for them. I want to kill his army. And blue is still going with the conquistadors. Has some knights. And trying to raid yellow again. And it seems like he's doing fine. Villagers from yellow going down again. Good raid from Pigman. And by this time the idle TC times are through the roof. Look, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And this 54 minutes is of course caused by multiple town centers and only few farms while trying to sustain army. Yellow should definitely also improve on that. But Pigman and mine are relatively similar and still not so bad as 50 minutes. The cavalry archers and the Mangudai keep fighting. These ones keep shooting at the house, and this one keeps dying to the Mangudai. I was basically doing eco or something else, not paying attention to the army. Here are also villages. They are a bit confused, don't know what to do. This is looks horrible, right? Oh my god. Where's the mining camp, you would ask? Well, I was focusing on other things, like getting the fish boom going, trying to go to Imperial Age. And there we go, to Imperial Age. Meanwhile, all the other players except Purple have not yet gone to Imperial Age. So Yellow and Blue are doing so much damage reaching Castle Age to each other. And making so many armies. But Knights going down for and Skirmisher going down for Yellow. These Conquistadors will micro against the Knights. One Knight going down. So the Knights need to get out before they get killed. So what has happened in this game? Pigman has pushed Yellow and was successful. My castle looks in a very bad state. Now Trebuchet is attacking mine. But I keep mashing cavalry archers. Purple also tries mashing Mangudai, but I'm on a 2-to-1 advantage because of the cavalry archer versus Mangudai situation. He's one castle and 2 archer rangers. So I try to outmash him. That's basically the situation. At this point I thought I still have one castle, I can bring traps forward while I mass more cavalry archers. So no need for panic. And Blue goes to imp as well. Is already up for some time, or trying to get up for some time. Was gone unnoticed by the inexperienced narrator of this game. This is basically my first game that I make a replay of, or cast it via Capture Age. Beautiful software, by the way, with very interesting statistics over here that you can check. The attack from Blue continues. Yellow is now also adding cavalry archers. Well, the Siege Workshop from Medina, for me, is almost going down. I have 18 cavalry archers and a Scorpion versus 11 Mangudai. It's really harsh works. Another Scorpion coming out. At this point I decided that I needed more siege. Scorpions preferably next to the cavalry archer against his Mangudai and his skirmishers. And the Siege Workshop goes down, also by the trap. I was not happy about this. I didn't make any traps myself yet. But I still had the 2 archery ranges, so I knew that I could outmash him at this point of the game and just try to do damage to his army. And just do something with the archery ranges in front of my base. They need to go. I don't want skirmishers spawning there. I had no Siege Workshop, so it was all a bit awkward for me. And meanwhile Purple tries to out-micro my cavalry archers here, but I thought it's a good distraction, even if they kill them in detail, because now the situation is in the reverse in terms of numbers. I could at least distract him from doing something else with it. And my villagers move away from this town center because the gold has been mined. And I want more gold, and I want a new Siege Workshop. At this point I thought I was quite secure because I also have a town center here and a lot of gold and stone still in my control. And I have this army that I trust to do something against this Mangudai if it's necessary. Pigman is going on the attack again here. He has destroyed some buildings as well. It is a bit of a slow grind, but a very exciting of course for us. We were playing after higher elo players than ourselves after all. On Nomad, a map that I am not particularly good in. It can become a bit chaotic with all the fights going on. And both armies back off. Purple's castle is meanwhile a bit damaged. Maybe I sent some rams or trebuchet. I'm not sure what happened. We have not casted it because we were looking at Pinkman's armies attacking yellow. But Purple's castle has been damaged. There was some attack on it. That's clear. And he's training. Training, yeah. There's a train of villagers going somewhere. Where would these villagers go? They seem to be miners. So let's see where there's the gold. Ah, here. Next to his third town center. I meanwhile have 2 town centers. Some fish boom going on. And this army, I also added skirmisher against Mangudai, so it's a skirmisher and cavalry archer against Mangudai and skirmisher. And some scorch. I killed his army there and we just got the GG. Pigman's team is victorious. We were victorious. Yellow and Pigman had the biggest armies on their team. I think Pigman did the most damage, clearly. We've all seen it. To yellow. And yellow was basically out of the game. Alright,